I wonder, Mr. Speaker, why the benches opposite are so empty. Is it because they're all at the Uxbridge Unicorn Tavern being sold in golden Brexit beer, and when they taste it, it tastes awful and they spit it out in the street? But Boris, the barman, says, no, 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 you ordered it, you've got to drink it. Because the reality is, I stand here on behalf of people who voted leave in Swansea, people who voted for good things. They voted for more money, they voted for more trade, more jobs, more control. And what they're now finding is they're not going to get any of those things. They're going to have to spend another 40 billion on the divorce bill. They've got an economy which is shrinking by 10%. They've got trade which is going to shrink. We're outside Team EU. When we're negotiating with China, with Trump, with other countries, we're going to get a worse deal, not a better deal. They voted to control immigration. Immigration won't be controlled through an open border in Northern Ireland. And of course there's a risk we won't have an open border, and we'll put the peace process at risk. So frankly, Brexit, any Brexit, will make us poorer, weaker, more divided and isolated. And it's in my consideration, alongside that, with the loss of rights, the loss of environmental rights, workers' rights, that are all put at risk, that to go ahead with all this knowledge we now have is an act of collective, wilful negligence. It's a betrayal of people who voted leave, and it's a crime against democracy not to give them the opportunity to judge as to whether what they're getting is what they're ordering. And if we do not give them that opportunity, or do not simply revoke Article 50, we will never be forgiven. People say there will be anger if there is another vote, a vote on the deal as opposed to a vote in principle. I say this, people will be completely enraged if they find, having voted for more money, more jobs, etc., they vote to leave and they, in essence, leave their jobs. There will be turmoil, there will be carnage, we will never be forgiven. It is the case that we've had referenda throughout Britain over the years, whether it's on Wales, Scotland, mayoral things, and people have had subsequent different referenda and changed their mind. And sometimes we've had referenda, for instance, on the mayor for Manchester, where they voted not to have it, and the government imposed it. These are advisory referenda that were characterised, in this case, by cheating, by lying, by betrayal, by broken promises. And people expect, in the name of democracy, to have a vote, and to move forward. It may be the case that we cannot get no agreement. It's obvious people don't agree with the current deal, either because there's too little alignment or too much alignment with the EU. So intrinsically, that's why we keep on failing to have an agreement. So we're running to the end where we're saying, oh, let's have an extension. What if the EU says, you can't have an extension, you can't make up your mind? Then the choice will be crash out without a deal, and the carnage, the medicine shortages, the food shortages, the law not working anymore, or we end up with revoking Article 50 and continue as usual. And frankly, I have supported a public vote on the deal to give the people the final say, but ultimately, if that is the choice, we need to simply revoke Article 50 and stay where we are, because people now know how good the EU is, what a good deal we're getting, and what we stand to lose if we don't move ahead. So finally, I just say, in conclusion, that we need to have faith in the people to decide on what is now on the table, and if they don't want it, they should have the existing deal, which is a very good deal.